Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people, today I wanted to teach you how to generate random colors, but through the program that I made in ActionScript. But I wanted to teach you something more along with the understanding how the random colors are actually generated. Before I actually speak more, let me first hit Control Enter on the keyboard and show you a published preview. So people, as you can see out here, bang from the center of the stage, which is at x coordinate 275, y coordinate 200, do we see a lot of lines of line thickness 10 px emanate in all directions, and every time that happens, although the line thickness is 10 px, the color is a different shade altogether, and that's controlled with the randomness. So with the program that I've made out here, I want to teach you how the randomness actually works. How do we use the math.random method of the math class? I wanted to teach you how to use the line to and move to methods of the graphics class, and also the biggest thing that I was looking to teach you was how to generate random colors every time, right? So let's close the published preview up and go inside the actions panel. Now people, have a look out here before I actually dive inside the actions panel, that there is absolutely nothing on the timeline except one single layer which contains the actions, okay? And as you can see out here, there is nothing in the library at all. So you see, Flash is something that doesn't always require you to use the timeline or the library. Everything can just be fired off with ActionScript, as we can see out here in this small program written in PS3, right? Okay, just barely 10 lines of ActionScript, people. Line number 1 is where you have the import directive, so that's import flash.display.shape, right? In line number 2, what I do is I declare a variable my shape, so basically creating a new instance of the shape class that's gonna hold the shape, and then I need to add the shape on to the stage. So I'm using the add child method and adding the shape onto the stage, right? Next, people, instead of using the timer class, I'm using the set interval, because there are times when the set interval is easier to use vis-a-vis the timer class. So what I've done here is this is the reserved word set interval, and the syntax says that you need to use the function name out here and then the time duration of the time interval out here. So I'm saying that my function should fire at every 100 milliseconds. Okay, now let's see what exactly my function does. Now we use the function keyword and then the name of the function, and then we define the function like so. So I'm saying that my shape, okay, which was this variable, if you remember, through the line style method of the graphics class, should draw out a shape in such a manner that the line thickness or the line stroke should be 10. So the first argument, the first parameter that we pass in is the number 10, which is for the line thickness. The second parameter and the last parameter is the color. Now in Flash, this is how you actually name colors. So you have a 0x and then the hex code of the color. So FF is the hex code of the color white. Now when you multiply the color white with math.random method of the math class, every time you tend to get, in fact you get a different color that's not white, but anything but white. This is the method in which you can every single time generate a new different color. So you just multiply math.random paren with the color white, which is 0xFFFF. FF 6 times, right? So the hex code of the color multiplied with math.random, right? So that is responsible for getting that 10 px of stroke thickness, but a different color every time. Then we have the line 2 method. Basically I'm making sure that 275 comma 200 x and y coordinates is the point from where you need to draw out everything. That's the center of the stage. That's, this is the center of the stage, 275 200, simply because the stage has been set to 550 by 400, which is also the flash default, right? And then what I do is I use the line 2 methods of the graphics class, and it needs me to pass in 2 parameters or 2 arguments. The first one is the x coordinate, the second one is the y coordinate. So what I'm doing is, as far as the x coordinate is concerned, I'm multiplying math.random method of the math class by 550. When you see, if you just test what is math.random into 550, it'll give you a value between 0 and 1. If you multiply math.random into 550, what do you think you'll get? You'll get a value between 0 and 550, obviously. And if you multiply math.random paren with 400, what do you think you'll get? You'll get a value between 0 and 400. So basically we're covering the entire stage, right? So instead of passing the x and y coordinates, what I'm doing is I'm using the math.random method and then multiplying it with the stage width, which is 550, and the stage height, which is 400. So what happens, starting the center of the stage, which is 275 200, so you move let's say the nib, or let's say the pencil or the pen, right, to the center of the stage, and then you draw out. So you draw out a line to a point on the stage which is decided by math.random into 550. So anywhere along the width of the stage and anywhere along the height of the stage. That's that's how it actually works. So strictly speaking, people, it's not at all too difficult, and the effect is beautiful, right? So, and yes, when you use the set interval method, unless and until you use the you clear the interval, it goes on in an endless loop. So this program is a never-ending program. It goes on and on and on. Let me hit Control Enter once again to show you what we just created. So 10 px of line thickness, starting the center of the stage, 275 200 x and y coordinates, going in any direction, and every time it has a different shade, a different color. So just multiplying the white shade with math.random paren, math.random paren is going to give you a value between 0 and 1. In Flash, when you multiply the white shade, which is 0xFF with math.random paren, which is equal to a value between 0 and 1, you get a random color every time, right? So people, I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial, enjoyed it too, and you'll keep coming back for more. You have a good day, guys. Bye bye. Peace.